Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, I showed you how to make dried flowers and save them in vases. In this video, let's talk about how to make beautiful painting-like artworks out of dry plant materials. Crafts like this can be used to decorate your home or office space, given as a gift to your relatives and friends, or sold for profit. Before we get started, I would like to briefly introduce my channel. I mainly focus on introducing various flowers and sharing some floral handicrafts. If you are interested in plants or crafts and have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell nearby, so that you will be notified whenever I upload videos. Okay, let's take a look at the specifics. First of all, we have to choose the right photo frame. Select the color and size according to your own preferences. This photo frame is not the same as a normal photo frame. It has a certain depth. Such depth and space can maintain the original natural three-dimensional form of dried flowers. So when you choose a photo frame, make sure that the depth of the frame can accommodate the dimensions of the dried flowers, and that the glass will not bend or squash the flowers once they are inserted. The space in the frame needs to be sealed. If the frame is not airtight, then the humid air outside can enter the frame, destroying the shape of the dried flowers. Here I use a glue stick to close the gap between the glass and the picture frame. Slowly seal it all around. This glue gun is powered by electricity. When the gun is heated, it melts the stick and turns into liquid glue. This glue solidifies quickly. These materials are widely available at both specialist craft stores and department stores. After closing up the glass and the frame, I fill the gap with glue on the top. The main purpose is to make sure that the inside is sealed airtight. Then we wipe the inside and outside of the glass clean with paper. Set aside the glass frame lid and grab the bottom. Before working with the dried flowers, make sure that the hook on the back of the bottom frame is facing up. If you miss this and finally finish to find that the hooks may be facing down, then you will face difficulties when trying to hang your frame. These flowers, along with the leaves and branches, were collected from my garden and then dried by fine silica gel. If you don't know how to use silica gel to make dried flowers, please watch the video which I posted earlier. I will share the link to that video in the upper right corner of this video. First of all, we will use the branches to create an aesthetically pleasing shape. Using your individual imagination and creativity, you can achieve an appealing effect by attaching and cutting these branches until you are satisfied with the final result. I ended up combining 3 such separate branches. Once the branches are set, we glue their base. Cut off the extra branches and attach them together with glue. Once the branches are finished, we can lay out the dried flowers. Try to choose dried flowers with good shape and color. Defective dried flowers can be thrown away.
On a weary line, too scared to trust.
Then we add the leaves. Choose full-formed leaves with manageable size. It is difficult to work the line between meticulous arrangement and the imitation of natural form.
Trying so hard to run from shade. Can I keep up the pace? To fool myself, I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness surround me and I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard to let go. Down the line, you'll ask why I wasted my time, and I'll say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scattered, afraid of the blame. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame, and I will not keep up the pace. To fool myself, I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness surround me and I don't know why.
Once you feel satisfied, you can put the frame back and see how it looks. You can then use glue to paste your leaves and dried flowers. Here, the petals of this flower have dropped. Don't worry, you can just reattach it back with glue. Flowers can be orientated in different directions to create a more natural feel.
stay till dawn. The breeze in the sky sings me a song. Here I'll stay till dawn.
Make one final review of your work. If you find any empty spaces, we can fill it up with some leaves or flowers.
The breeze in the sky sings me a song. Here I'll stay till dawn, stay till dawn.
Dried flowers need to be kept in an arid environment. To preserve this environment within the frame, we will wrap some silica gels in paper or thin gauze. These silica particles are much larger than the silica gel which we used to dry the flowers. Their main purpose is to absorb any humidity inside the frame. The bigger size makes it easier to wrap and not leak out. After encapsulating the silica gels, hold your bundle upside down and shake it back and forth in order to make sure that the silica gels doesn't leak out. Finally, attach the bag to the bottom of the frame where it can be easily hidden. We can further obscure our silica bundle by adding dried moss, which also creates the illusion that the flowers are growing out of grass. Secure the moss with glue and trim it. Then remove the excess moss. Put the lid frame back on and hold it. Fill any gaps with glue to ensure that the moist air outside cannot get in. Finally, just in case, I spread the outside of the entire frame several times with transparent paint. We can use some paper to cover the glass when we spray the paint. The hooks on the back of the frame need to stand up when we paint it, so that the hooks will not be attached to the frame by paint. A dry, confined environment can extend the life of dry flowers and maintain their shape and color. Alright, this is today's video. I hope that you enjoyed the video and it inspires you. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them below. Friends who have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time.